Mocha, wait. Good. Okay. Okay. Good job. Here. Good. Good, okay. Come back. Come on. Good. Good girl. Let's go this way. Come on. Mocha, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Good girl. Good job. Okay, let's go. Come on. Good. This way, come on. This way. Come here. Good. Okay. Mocha, here. Good. Very nice. Okay. Hi, I'm Dan Raymer, and we're going to go over a series of videos talking about how to train your dog to walk on leash calmly and without pulling. One of the first skills you can do is to reward your dog with treats for walking by your side. And so you can count the number of steps if you want, like 1, 2, 3, reward. 1, 2, 3, reward. And over time start to increase the amount your dog will take before earning a treat. Mocha. Mocha. Good. Good. And if your dog pulls on leash, all we have to do is stop and hold our ground. We don't have to jerk the dog on leash, do a leash correction, or do anything violent like that. All we're trying to do is prevent our dog from being reinforced for pulling on leash. Mocha. Good. And when they do walk calmly, we can allow them to go up to what they want to for the most part and then sniff and investigate it. And those are our two core strategies. Prevent our dog from pulling by just gently holding your ground and preventing the dog from moving forward. And second, to reinforce or reward the dog for doing what we want, which is walking calmly by our side or without the leash pulling. Mocha. Good. And if your dog will not follow you at all to start with, go ahead and take a high value treat or one of your dog's favorite treats, hold it right by your dog's nose, and just have them follow it. This is called lure reward training. We're luring the dog into different positions, and then we'll give the treat as a reward after a decent amount of steps, whatever your dog can handle to begin with. So that may be one step, that may be like 2 or 3 steps at first. Come on. Good. Gonna reward that one. And there's no correct side for your dog to walk on. They can walk on your left side or right side. You can train both, so your dog will walk politely on either side, or it's okay for your dog to be out in front of you a bit too, like this. There's no issue with that, especially if they're walking calmly. Yes, good job. So she checked in on her own. I'm gonna mark that correct and reward it. Now we'll let her sniff. Sniffing's really good for dogs. It's mental enrichment for them. It's kind of like reading the news or email. So it's a fun activity and basically a need for dogs. And then if I want to move forward, I don't want to jerk the dog on leash and just drag them. But what I will do is, Mocha, leave it. Drop it. Oh, she got something. Good, come here. So if I want to change directions, I'll let the dog know I'm moving, and that way I don't abruptly jerk them and cause them any pain. This way. So a lot of times I'll say this way or come on. You can pick your favorite phrase that works for you, or a specific word that is a signal or cue to let the dog know what's going on. Yes, good job. Good. Yes, good job. So she's right by my side. Good. And once we build the behavior to the point where we can predict the dog will do it for us, that's when we can start to add our cue or signal for the loose leash walking or heeling behavior. So for example, she is heeling right now, and I can predict she's going to do it for a few more steps forward. So I will go ahead and give her the cue. Mocha, let's go. Yes, good job. And reward. Mocha, let's go. And change direction. Yes, good job. And there she is pulling. So I'm holding my ground, she came back. And once she comes back, we can go ahead and move forward. Sometimes I reward that, sometimes I don't. If you reward it every single time, you'll just get a dog that pulls, comes back for a treat, or a reward, and then pulls and repeats that over and over. Okay, good. So she found some sort of a food item over there that she really wants to eat. Looks like somebody's leftover lunch. Yes, good job. I'll practice a little bit. You can see how we can also work on Mocha. Yes, work on heeling or loose leash walking with her on my left side. Good. Mocha, let's go. Yes. Mocha, let's go. Yes, good job. Good. And once you give a treat or end the behavior with a release cue, the one I use is okay, then that behavior is over and technically she's free to move again. So that's one reason why we won't even always use a cue for the behavior. We'll just go ahead and reward them for walking by our side. And then you go ahead and get that behavior a lot more. It just happens. The dog is reinforced for it, and they're responding, doing that behavior has increased. Good. And we can expect whatever behavior, we can expect the dog to do the behavior to the level we've practiced. So if we know the dog can only heel for about 3 steps forward or 3 seconds, then that's all we can expect at that level. Or if she gets 80% correct at that level, then that's what we can expect. And so that's why we'll build the behavior up over time and gradually make it more challenging for them. But we also will mix in easier ones too. So I can reward her for heeling after 1 second, and then maybe if I built up to like 20 or 100 steps or something like that, we can reward for that as well. or said another way, once she has achieved longer distances of performing the loose leash walking or heeling behavior, then we'll still mix in some easy steps and reward after like a few steps forward. So in as random a pattern as we can. And that way it doesn't always get harder for the dog every single time, and they won't give up trying the behavior. Okay, let's go. Yes, Joe. Mocha, let's go. Yes. And like I said, again, we don't have to make the dog heel the whole walk. This is a really good behavior to have for specific circumstances as needed. So if another dog or person is passing, you can use it. In Mocha's case, she's afraid of vehicles, and so it's a good behavior to use around those, so she'll respond by walking next to me as opposed to lunging at the car or other type of vehicle. Good. Okay, come on. Good. Come on. So here's the vehicle. Yes. So we're gonna reward her basically for holding her position, or another way to look at it is we're pairing the thing that scares her with a treat to create a positive association. Okay. And that way, because she is upset or afraid of vehicles, it will solve that issue and we'll start to get better. She'll view vehicles as a good thing that predict treats for her instead of a fearful stimulus. Good. So vehicle and treat. Good. Okay. So if I was going to change directions, I would let her know. She looked when I said, this way. So that gives her some warning that I'm moving somewhere else. Okay, this way. We don't end up causing anybody pain by hitting the end of the leash or accidentally jerking it too hard or even intentionally, which we should avoid. Go ahead. And another good skill to use is to look ahead so you can see what's coming up. If there are any other dogs or people or anything we need to avoid, people on bikes, things like that, then we can prepare for it and take action as needed. It's just a good skill to have as a handler of the dog leash. And another skill is to be able to check behind you as well. So we came from this path, and sometimes people or bikes will be walking faster than you and catch up to you. So it's worth noticing that, just so you can prepare for it and get off the path if needed. Or if your dog is reactive towards any of those things, you can go ahead and reward them for doing a calm behavior to leave alone the other thing. Something smells really good to her right here. This is a good example of I'm just letting her sniff and she can go where she wants. And that's really good for dogs, to have those opportunities as much as possible. Come on. This way. Good. Mocha. Mocha. Come on, go. Good. Make a little sound at her to encourage her or prompt her to come the way I want. Mocha. Mocha, let's go. You can see you can use your healing behavior or loose leash walking cue to also have your dog follow you, especially once you've trained it and built it up to a nice high level of responding. Good. There, she checked in on her own, so I'm choosing to reward that. And another skill to have is the ability to give your dog more leash, especially if you have a longer leash, and allow them to have more space. But then when needed, use the ability to pull in the leash and restrict them, so I can kind of shorten her leash up and have more control of her in case I need that for like another dog passing. Good. And so the idea is not to restrict the dog completely where they're on a tense leash, but it's just I would have more control of it if it's held with 1 or 2 feet available to them as opposed to the full length, whether that's 6 feet or 8 feet or 15 or 16. The leash I'm using today is 16 feet long, Mocha, come here. Good. Okay. Good. Come on. Good. Mocha, let's go. Yes, good job. Let's go. Yes, good job.